All right. It is Wednesday, January 12th, 7:05 a.m. here in the Arizona desert. And it looks like the crypto market has kind of entered full Lambo mode. Kind of saw this beginning yesterday. I think we have a bit of a confirmation. Now, some of this may be on. Oh, and of course, welcome home, Bitcoin truth seekers. Let's get into the peaceful revolution this morning. I wanted to mention that CPI numbers are out and they appear to be slightly better than expected. That could have something to do with this rally. I sometimes have a hard time following the traditional markets because I don't really care. But with that said, this stuff is a big deal, and CPI numbers, this very, very well may be part of what is driving things. It's been a lot of things, a lot of tangents that needed to go one way or the other. We have, of course, the quantitative, easing, or not so much that as the what do they call it? The hedging out, whatever, the Fed not buying as much, that thing they do. Anyway, a lot of stuff. So it's still early morning. Sorry, I will not belabor this, but basically a lot of big financial stuff has kind of needed to tangent one way or the other. Yeah, tapering. Is the Fed going to taper or not? It's indecisive still, it does appear. Anyways, just wanted to mention that CPI numbers are out. They're a little bit better than expected. That could be part of today's rally, but it did seem to kind of start yesterday. So anyway, we shall see. Also, Iran to allow companies to use Bitcoin to pay for international trade. Now that's going to stir some shit up, isn't it? um, that's an interesting one, and I think that Ethereum has already been used for this quite a lot, international trade, because of the smart contracts and shipping and such like that. I've seen that happening, etc. So really, this is a trend that's bigger than, of course, just Iran. But I think more and more we're going to see that. Anyway, I will not belabor it. Let's keep moving. Also, while I was on Twitter looking at things, look what I saw. This amazing tray thing you can put in your sink that holds your sponge and pliers and a little scrub brush there and like your potato peeler and a little thing. And anyway, that is damn fantastic. I mean, come on, who doesn't want one of these? What a great stocking stuffer idea. Anyway, that's ridiculous, but I just wanted to mention it. BitcoinDailyView.com, always got more for you there. Looking at the market now, of course, Coin360 is way the crap off right now. It's not how the morning looks. Come on, while it refreshes. There we go. Deep green in the market. FTM up 22%. What does that mean? Like, fuck the market? FTM. Woo, now it's red. Anyway, this thing is up and down. We got to find something better than Coin360. It's just a bit of a mess. Anyway, fear and greed index 22. That's good. This is a great chart. LiveBitcoinCharts.com. I like this. What I like is it shows you this 24-hour price movement indicator. And this is kind of cool. It shows you the top 100 cryptos. And that's mostly what I care about. And check it out. You can see all the green. In general, we have a green trend last 24 hours for the crypto market in general, at least the top 100. That's pretty darn groovy. I like that. That's a great indicator. We'll look at that daily because I think this is going to be a great indicator of sentiment and the way things are going. Now, with that said, I've been trying to find Bitcoin trading volume explicitly, and I think I found some hedges into that. This is cryptometer.io. I dig this. It's got some good info, which is very, very easy to see. We're looking at only Binance here because that really is where the volume is. Arguably also on Coinbase, but let's look at Binance. And the volume for Bitcoin trading volume last 24 hours is 1.7 billion. That's really low, in my opinion, especially for the price action that we're seeing, especially if that's retail. But, well, we'll take what we can get. Let me refresh this just to see if it refreshes. Okay, well, anyway, that 24-hour change is up 4%. 24-hour low is 41,269. 24-hour high is 44,078. Pretty darn good. That's somewhat informative. I do like it. I'll take it. Now, also we have here Live Coin Watch for Bitcoin trading volume, and I believe this would be across all the exchanges or a good number. I'll get a list of which ones this is actually pulling in. I only just found it this morning, but it's showing a 24-hour volume of 18.33 billion. That's probably definitely taking in some wash trading unless we're having an extraordinary day. But anyway, Boom, 18.33 billion. We'll start looking at that daily. I think that has a value. Okay, so this is last 24 hours. Yep, 18 billion. Not bad. We'll start charting that. Number seems a little bit high, but like I say, I'll get into the details of this here and see what exchanges it's pulling from, etc. We'll get to know this a little bit better. All right. With that said, let's look at spot trading on Binance. 18 billion. That's kind of funny because this says like it was 18 billion for Bitcoin. I wonder if that's where it's pulling that from. Anyway, that's sorry guys. Just a little bit of a. I'm awake. Damn it, I'm awake. 18 point. Is that okay? So spot trading volume for all the spot pairs on Binance, 18.3 billion basically last 24 hours. The 7-day tangent you can see here just kind of perked up. We are still down 13% last 24 hours. So volume still very low, but picking up, it does appear to be. We want to see at least 50 billion, and 75 billion is a much better day actually for derivatives on Binance. 58 billion, down 13.8%. So definitely we're still low on volume. We're going to find out what this thing here means when it says volume is 18 billion last 24 hours. I wonder if that's just showing all spot trading volume. It isn't quite on Binance rather than just explicitly Bitcoin. We'll have to look at that closer. Overall, once again, you can see beautiful green trend in the market across the top 100. I like what I'm seeing there. And this one here is showing spot trading, or I should say Bitcoin volume explicitly on Binance, and it's saying it's 1.8 billion or so. That's reasonable. It looks kind of low. Anyway, trading volume low. If you are a futures person, check it out. Refresh this. 14, it's up a bit. Okay, so open interest across the big exchanges, 14.3 billion right now, up 4.24% last 24 hours. I can dig it. All right, looking at the bulls versus the bears this morning, duking it out here. We had a big dump yesterday. It was definitely a hardcore push. Now we've been kind of ranging sideways. Definitely had some longs and shorts get liquidated yesterday. Pretty ugly day, especially I think some definitely a rough day. I'm watching the bulls and the bears this morning here duking it out. It's kind of a calm day. Definitely some big buys for and definitely some big sells, but in general this morning is kind of calm. I'm not really seeing massive bull or bear volume this morning pushing the market too hard, and as you can see, we're just kind of ranging sideways. This is a 10-second chart, I do believe. Yeah, this is usually 10 seconds. Let me just make sure we're looking at 10 seconds. Refresh. Anyway, Anyway, sorry, I don't want to get hung up on this. That looks funny. Anyway, guys, bulls and the bears duking it out this morning. Looking at longs versus shorts on Binance, where all that sweet volume is. 67% long, 32% short for Bitcoin. For Ethereum, 69% long, 30% short for Ethereum. Interesting enough, okay, that is definitely a long bias. Not the strongest long bias I've ever seen. See, this is a 10-second chart. Let me actually, looks funny. Why is it so different than how it looked before? Anyway, 10-second chart. Boom, as you can see, this is weird. Why does the other chart look so different? Anyway, sorry about that. I'm not sure if this thing is working this morning. This should be moving, actually. You know what? Something's not right. Let me refresh this. Anyway, sorry, guys. I'll look at that later. I'm not sure if that's actually running right this morning. Bitcoin versus USDT. What I really like that we're seeing right now here on the daily, here's the deal. This is big. This is big news of the week so far. Bitcoin versus USD. T on Binance, where the volume is. We're still below the 200 and the 314 and the 50 moving average. But look how they're all kind of converging right there. Sort of interesting. I would love to see the 200 moving average cross above the 314 moving average. That would be pretty sweet. Good thing to see. Anyway, yesterday a green candle. So far today a green candle. This is a nice looking thing to see. I mean, we're going to see a V-shaped recovery here. Very well could be. But the big news is this. MACD, that tangent is positive and it's heading towards a positive cross. Histogram is closing in the right direction, as we can see. Watch this. It is a big, big, big deal. That strong tangent towards the positive on the MACD is going to cause overall market sentiment to be positive and a lot of confidence in the market and a lot of automated trading. Not financial advice, entertainment purposes only, high octane speculation, but I'm just saying I do believe there is a good deal of institutional, and also I think especially people who just got, well, either a little money or a lot of money, who do have automated trading. A daily swing on the MACD is definitely something which, when you see that actually cross or get close, I think a lot of automated trading starts kicking in towards the negative or the positive. So the tangent is in the right place for some serious Lambo mode. Definitely have an alert set for the daily MACD cross, and just in case you are, I doubt you're new to TradingView. I really, really do. But you know what? Let's just do an alert, okay? And just look at the MACD. All you do is MACD, and you want to say MACD crossing value, MACD signal, and then just make it easy to read. Here's what it's going to send: MACD cross. That's it. Have an alert set for that, because when that happens, it's going to be quite interesting. You'll want to be checking out the charts in the market, because shit's going to get real when that happens. It's already getting real now. Bitcoin versus USDT here on the 15-minute chart. I know it's a very, very quick, very, very short price action, but you can see we've really had a push recently the last couple hours, and hit the top of the RSI cave. Now it's bouncing. I'm sure if I had my Keltner bands running here, you would see it probably went into those. Maybe I'll start firing those up again. I need to make them a little bit easier to see. Keltner bands or Keltner ribbons, definitely something to check out for a high and low. RSI cave to me is usually good enough, so I just stick with that. But directional index in the green, squeeze indicator in the green, and a new one we're going to check out, we're going to start looking at, is this. It's called SMU binary candles, and you can find it on TradingView. Just look for SMU binary decimal candles. Okay, it is there. And if you fire that up, this is a little tip I'm going to give you for tuning it. Okay, if you so desire, for your SMU binary candles, do put the binary off, length 90, scale 10. Do that, and it's going to start showing you something. In general, what it's showing is the direction of the chart. It's interesting. I mean, it would take too long to even get into exactly what it's showing, but let's just say direction of the chart. That's pretty much it. I know the directional index kind of does that, and so does the ADX and the squeeze indicator. But I found last night the Blockchain Education live chat, which they do actually on live Zoom meeting, which they do every week, actually like twice a week. A trade genius, actually not trade genius, but a trading genius, Jonathan Regan, there was he was featuring kind of the SMU binary candles in his charts he was doing, and I kind of had forgotten what a powerful indicator it is. So red bad, blue good. So basically, here we go, boom, we are moving towards the positive. So overall, I know it's a very short time frame. No, it's not. We were looking at 15 minutes. When I refreshed, it changed to 45 minutes. So the 15 minutes that we were looking at, okay. The 15 minutes, as you can see, very, very, very powerful positive chart. Starting to find a bit of rejection there on top of the RSI cave. And RSI cave is linked to over at bitcoinreview.com. You can find that. And it's a very, very valuable thing. It's a trade. It's over at tradingview.com. You can find it. If it's not linked there, I'll link to it over at bitcoinreview.com. Anyway, sorry, I'm stammering. With that said, 45-minute chart for Bitcoin. Definitely broke above the 200 moving average yesterday. I really like what I was seeing yesterday. I was very, very happy to see that. Like basically the longer you stay above, the more powerful that gets. After about 12 hours, you are really in a good spot. And as you can see, we are now like 21 hours above the 200 moving average easily. That's just freaking glorious. So the longer you're above the 200 moving average, more likely you are to stay there. So good. We broke above it. We were kind of gently, as you can see here, we were gently trending down, kind of retracing after that. And I was wondering, oh man, are we going to hit a 200 moving average bounce again to continue or what? Well, anyway, note this. Let's look at some trading rules here. Well, first of all, we broke above the 2 moving average. That's wonderful. We did not break above the 200 and the 314 moving average in 1 or 2 candles, which is definitely a super bullish thing, but they were pretty wide from each other. So, yeah, but anyway, I just want to just go over a couple things here real quick and we'll keep moving. I'm not going to belabor anything. We've got to get through a lot and I want to keep these quick, but here's just something to check out. Okay. I could pull more data into this, but this is good enough for the moment. Long downtrend, strong breakout. Okay. That's what I like to see. And then with that said, we did not make like I say, we didn't make the 200 and the 314 in one or two candles, which I say is super bullish, but they were pretty wide from each other, a good deal of percent. So, okay, it's not always going to happen depending on how things are set up. But note, now we're above the 3. We broke above the RSI cave. We broke above the top of that. That's fine. We're probably going to find support there, top of the RSI cave and the 314 moving average here. 200 is white, 314 is purpley blue there. So we broke above. It's strong, nice wick there. Are we going to find support? Looks like it at the moment. One of the reasons I'm saying that is the directional index in the green, 80x, is at 25. That is the sweet spot. Okay. Squeeze indicator showing positive upwards momentum, and a white golf ball there has fired off, showing intensity. SMU binary candles are showing a strong upwards trend for a while. KRI here is in the green. Tangent's a little bit off right now. That's fine. It's just kind of following quite literally. It went up. Now tangent's down a little bit. We went up. Now we're retracing a little bit. That makes total sense. Stochastic RSI is showing we might have to go sideways a little bit because we've pushed pretty hard to make this break. Let's look at the hourly chart. It definitely, I think, is the most accurate. Yeah, we hit the top here, overbought, probably going to retrace a little bit or go sideways. That tangent has turned negative there. That's fine. I mean, it's good to go. We pushed pretty darn hard, and we are actually stopping now and retracing and finding probably support. If maybe we won't, but if we find support in 314 and then we move up, if we get a beautiful little bounce like this, okay, if we see this like that's incredibly positive. And for me, the indicators kind of look that way. Wave trend oscillator by Lazy Bear is showing some positive action here. We might be overbought there also. So, it doesn't matter. If we go sideways now, it's fine. This has been a hard push. I mean, what's that look like if I do a forecast here? I mean, how far do we push just recently? That's like we pushed like almost 3%, or you could arguably say like 3% within like 6 hours. That's pretty good for the downtrending Bitcoin. So wonderful. This is a beautiful setup. I like this. If this was an alt, it is Bitcoin or an alt. This is a chart that I would trade right now. I'm going to wait to see, do we get a bounce of the 314 and move up? What's going to happen? This is good. This is definitely like by my rules. Yeah. Enter that thing. I like it. Looking at Bitcoin we have a 4-hour chart. Yes. I do love the fib retracement. It just, to me, it is a quick way to learn so much. Back on the 20th of July, I started this fib, and you can see went to the all-time high. Boom, and now look where we retraced to. Basically, as you can see in this here, the 618 golden pocket definitely has played a role here, and it's a powerful indicator, definitely a powerful spot in the fib sequence. Great place to bounce. We went below it. We kind of almost bounced down to the 786. In fact, the RSI cave was down there. So what I just want to point out, let's make this nice and big, is where we can see it here, is that we are back in the sweet spot, the 618 golden pocket. Nice place to be. If we can hold the support there, if we don't retrace below 43,210, we're looking good. And overall, the indicators, if we look at a 4-hour chart here, directional index is about to turn green. ADX is in a good spot. Squeeze indicators looking good. Going to probably see some golf balls firing off soon. Some white dots for intensity. KRI is looking great. Stochastic RSI. Wave trend oscillator by Lazy Bear do show we are a little bit extended with this pump, and that is fine. As long as we stay in that golden pocket, we are good to go. So what more can you ask for? I mean, it's a dang good looking day. This is wonderful. This is good. We might be in recovery mode here. Overall, the charts all look good to me. How's this look now? This thing working? Sorry, it just looks so strange. I think we're back in action now. 10-second chart. Look at that this morning. Boom. We had this beautiful run up rather quickly here. Definitely wiped some shorts back here. people were trying to short. I don't know why. It's kind of like watching shorters get wrecked because they're a pain in the ass. Anyway, looking at the market here, this is kind of smooth sailing. I'm not seeing this. This isn't much data yet, but I'm watching these big longs and these big buys and sells come in, and the things. It's in general pretty good. I'm not seeing, at least right now, any great big whale battles. This is just pretty smooth. A lot of these buys and sells look like automated trading by institutions. So I'm not seeing anybody really pushing hard at this very moment. Anyway, we'll give it some time and see what happens. Sorry, the first chart that rendered was hung up and it looked funny. This is how it should be. Anyway, boom, we're looking good. We can pull some more data in. I'm liking what I'm seeing here. Dang, look at the shorts that got wrecked there. Oh, that was vicious. The shorts are getting wrecked for a change. Good. Shorting becomes just like this weird gangster mentality sometimes where, I'm a hardcore short gangster or whatever. Never get hung up on longing or shorting. I find that it's just a state of mind. Anyway, here's the deal. ETH versus USDT, doing what Bitcoin's doing in general, almost exactly. Let's fire up that new indicator here, the SMU binary candles. I like having that in there. Yeah, they're positive. Squeeze indicator is positive. Directional index is positive. KRI is good. Stochastic RSI and wave translated by Lazy Bear are both looking like maybe we're going to go sideways a bit. Ethereum versus USDT above the 200 moving average, like Bitcoin was, did not quite break above that 314 moving average yet. So definitely watch this one. Yeah, we very well might likely, it would not surprise me unless Bitcoin really continues pumping and it's easier for Ethereum to follow. We might kind of see some oscillation between the 314 and the 200 until it really begins to take off. But nice to see it. It's a strong chart. It's only like 1% or 2% to me from being a really strong chart here on the 4 hour. Here on the 2 hour, on the 45-minute chart. All we need is 2%, and this thing's back above the 314, and that's really going to be strong. Ethereum versus USDT. I'm sorry, Ethereum versus BTC. No coffee yet. Sorry. Ethereum versus BTC. A break above the 200 moving average, not above the 314 yet. These indicators all look good. A little bit overbought right now. I'd hold off. I see some good indicators here. I like what I'm seeing. Let me refresh this. Yeah, SMU binary candles looking good. Everything here is looking overall pretty good. I wouldn't quite trade it yet, but I do like it. I'm going to wait for that 314 break before I get involved here. But I love ETH. I love ETH versus BTC as a trade. Because worst case, if it goes wrong, well, you're an ETH. I'm saying, you're good. Just call it a hodl. Anyway, I like what I'm seeing. This definitely has some positive momentum. Sol versus USDT. Everyone loves Sol. Solana really is a project I think we're going to definitely see hanging out in the top 10 all through 2022, probably, or at least for the immediate future. Sol versus USDT broke above the 200 moving average, nice and crazy, really well. I like what I'm seeing. It's a beautiful chart. All these indicators look good. I'm going to refresh to my new template here. Yeah, SMU binary candles are a little bit mixed. Definitely been a struggle, but it's above the 200 moving average now. Looks like it wants to stay there. Overbought a little bit. We can see. Didn't break the 314. A little bit still in no man's land. Let's wait to see how this guy does. But Sol versus USDT, definitely back in the running. Like what I'm seeing. How about Sol versus BTC? A lot of people out there have those. This is something I see people trading. Sol versus BTC. It's just now challenging that 200 moving average. Let's see if it can get above it. This one has a little bit to go, but I definitely think Solana could be back in the market. SXP, notice this one yesterday. SXP versus BTC. Definitely a pump yesterday above the 200 moving average. Got above the 314 short for a little bit. Kind of got rejected there. Now it's between the 200 and the 314. Overall, these indicators to me look good. SXP versus BTC right now with Bitcoin on the move. I don't see, this isn't so appealing. I'm just going to let this one be. Well, we will keep checking XP versus BTC. Interesting alt. Soul, SOUL, Soul versus BTC. Definitely, this sucker got a beautiful break above the 314 and the 200. As you can see, it's been doing that. You can see the blue diamond blitz merit badges basically, and the purple squares showing 200 moving average bounces. Cross above. This thing is really doing well. I like what I'm seeing here. Sol versus BTC. Let's refresh this one more time. And yeah, overall, well, SMU binary candles are not quite agreeing. This thing has been a little bit volatile. So anyway, we're in a good spot. Let's see if we can keep traction above the 200 and 314. This one in general has been looking pretty darn good. If you're a Sol versus BTC enthusiast there, it definitely may get out of this sideways ranging action that it's been doing. Definitely this chart does have some potential. Let's watch what it does. Phantasma. The reason why I look at this one is it's actually a project which has a lot going for it. I kind of consider it sort of as far as its mission to complete ecosystem. And so also it's on, I do believe, Binance. And no, KuCoin. I think it's on KuCoin. I'm on Binance also, but I'm playing this one on KuCoin. And that's an exchange I like to trade more on recently because, well, it's available to US users without a VPN. I like that. I've gotten a little bit nervous about Binance, just too much weird regulation. Okay, here we go. Flux. I did not read this. I will read this later and I'll give you a report tomorrow. Sorry, I just haven't had a chance. Much going on over here at Bitcoin Daily View headquarters. All right, Flux versus USDT, FLUX versus USDT. This is an amazing project. And like I say, they partnered with NVIDIA. I think we're just gonna, this thing, like I say, unsolicited advice, not financial advice, high octane speculation. But let's look at a 4-hour chart here. It's new here on KuCoin, but as you can see, this thing has been moving up. You can kind of see a nice channel here forming. Yeah, we can go all the way from here. Look at that channel. Bam, looks good. Playing by the rules. Good channel. And this is sticking really well. So I like what I'm seeing here. 4-hour chart looks nice. We got some green directional index. ADX is kind of low, but let's see if it trends up. Directional squeeze indicator is looking pretty hot. I mean, it's still in the red, but it's moving towards the positive. KRI is looking good. Cigar sign, lazy bear definitely show a possibility of being overbought at this very moment. But let's look at 45-minute chart once again. We'll pull all that into a 45-minute chart and try not to blow up the GPU. Look at that. Beautiful thing. Beautiful thing. So the strong break above the 200 moving average and the 314. I like what I'm seeing there. And the 45-minute chart for immediate price action. ADX is almost in the right spot. It's at about 18 or 19. Especially when it starts breaking 20, 23. It's going to be good. Squeeze indicator is looking powerful. Let's actually pull in some SMU binary candles also. They're all over the place on this one. Oh, now. Yeah, it's not rendering right on this one. Anyway, this is just looks good in general. Flux USDT. I like it. Sorry, I haven't had coffee yet, but I'm just not sure how I would play this right now. Overall, it looks to be uptrending, and if I'm kind of high octane speculating, especially on the partnership it has with NVIDIA now, I'll probably continue hedging in my stash here that I'm going to invest in Flux. That's Flux versus USDT. Beautiful, beautiful trade right now. I like what I'm seeing there. All right, let's go. Not necessarily recap, but let's look at Bitcoin versus USDT once again here on Binance. Wow. Are we even going to see a retrace to the 314? Are we going to find support higher? This 45-minute chart is just purely blissful. Let me fire up my SMU candles. I mean, this is just gorgeous. This is a nice trade. I like it. So Bitcoin looking healthy this morning. I know we have this 4-hour chart here with the Fibonacci sequence. We're back in the 618 golden pocket. That's a sweet spot to bounce. And the 4-hour indicators are looking pretty positive. I mean, overall, if we look at the crypto verse here, the top 100, as you can see, pretty much across the board, we're looking at green or slight green. We're not really seeing any red here. That's pretty badass. So, I'm kind of curious how the fear and greed index will do today. Cool. Anyway, guys, that's kind of it. I could ramble on forever, but this is just a damn beautiful day in the market. So let's just leave it at that. Actually, let me fire up 1 second before we go. Let me fire up. Let me just look. Sorry, you can't see them. I'm just looking at my 200 moving average cross scanner here. Do I see anything absolutely going through the roof right now? Any alts that are? I see a lot of. Okay, I'm not seeing any. Oh, yeah. So definitely fired up. Oh, SXP versus Bitcoin. I should have thought of that. SXP versus Bitcoin. Definitely that showed up on my scanner as having some velocity. Is there an SXP versus USDT? Yeah, there is. It's on KuCoin also, but we'll look at Binance. That's what the volume is. Oh, SXP versus Tether. You got this beautiful break above the moving average yesterday. More push. Now it's challenging that 314. These indicators at all look pretty darn good. Like so many things right now, maybe a little bit overbought just because we've been pushing hard. But you can stay overbought for quite a while and keep pumping, just like you can stay oversold for quite a while and keep dumping. There ain't no top, there ain't no bottom in this crypto world. So with that said, everybody, SXP versus BTC, SXP versus USDT, both pretty interesting trades. I'm going to wait for SXP to break above the 314 and find some traction there before I get involved. If I do, I'm kind of looking if SXP really starts to take off. They have been watching it. I'm kind of more interested. I'll look on Binance where there's more volume. Yeah, I'm kind of more interested in making a Bitcoin sats on this one. And I think it could have potential for that, especially after, this downtrend. Let's see how it rolls. And even, we could, just for fun versus BTC, let's fire up a fib and see where we're at. Yeah, look at that. We went above and came down to the sweet 618 pocket as a good spot to bounce. So maybe you can get some sweet Bitcoin sats on this thing. Keep your eyes open. And I wanted to mention, I kind of forgot. Where is it at here? Where is it at? I think I may have been, here you go. I almost forgot. Shitcoin of the week. Yes. We're back to that. Shitcoin of the week. I need to make a little soundbite for that. Shitcoin of the week. Kind of like a 1940s like newsreel, shitcoin of the week. So Revmon, this is a badass project. Someone mentioned this to me over at Blockchain Education chat. Up 22% just recently. This thing is really moving, and I think there's good reason for it. If we look at the website, this is a metaverse token. As this loads, and it's a game you can play. I downloaded it, but I haven't started playing it yet this morning. I'm going to after this. But it's just friggin' cool. I mean, it's a very nice looking little metaverse. It's got all the groovy stuff like staking and farming. It's got a DAO, all this, it's all those groovy things. I'm gonna play the game. I may even play it here, and we can check it out next daily view. But it looks cool. What I like about it is it's on the Shitcoin universe right now. So it's on Uniswap and PancakeSwap. It's not really on any major exchanges, and I know it's on Gate.io, but I consider that to be a janky exchange. It does work, don't get me wrong, but it ain't on Binance, that's for sure. So it's not on what I consider any big exchanges yet. So it's in that shitcoin sweet spot where you got to be a Uniswap warrior if you really want to get involved. You certainly can get it on Gate.io. Go forth and do it if you so desire to do that. But this thing is straight up rocket shipping to Pluto recently. Look at the last 7 days, 14 days. This thing is really, really moving. Look at the last 30 days. You definitely had a cool off period. Now it's moving up again. This is officially the shitcoin of the week. So if you download the game and play it, let me know. If it's a MMO, maybe we'll hang out, and you get one of these dish racks. You'll like it. You can tell I'm a little bit delirious. Anyway, everybody, this has been wonderful. I wish you all serious money. I think we're getting back into Lambo mode. You can always make money, but it's like finding, as Jonathan Regan over at Blockchain Education puts it, it's like finding a needle in a haystack, but you can find those needles, and you can definitely make money, even when the market's a little bit bearish or very, very bearish, because you can always short if it really comes down to it. But with that said, I have a feeling we might be starting a nice uptrend. Also, in general, and something I got from Jonathan Regan last night also, that the first 2 weeks of January, oftentimes when a lot of pros just take time off, especially the institutional money, because in general, it's a shit market. So that's a little bit of wisdom. As always, check out the description. There's a link to an infomercial for blockchain education. Join, you'll love it if you so desire. Also, you'll find a link over at bitcoindailyview.com, and you'll find a link there. Depending on where you're viewing this, it's not in every description. Trade Genius, amazing group. They also do traditional markets. That's kind of why I definitely am an advocate for them. If you want to trade crypto, good place, but especially if you're in traditional markets, operator level stuff. Okay. Anyway, guys, there you go. That's it. Remember, for every Bitcoin Satoshi you own, you just mess up. You mess up a piece of shit globalist's life. So let's keep the peaceful revolution going. I'm glad you're here. I really do have a good feeling about 2022 in the markets, and I think we're beginning to see it. So until otherwise, I'm going to be damn hopeful and joyous and enjoy watching Bitcoin go into full Lambo mode along with the rest of the crypto market. Let's make some life-changing wealth.